Battle of New Orleans, key of G. I'm going to show you with the capo off. G chord, third finger, third fret, right before the fret. First finger will go right here on the A string, second fret. Get my finger out of the way. Then your middle finger will go right here on your top E string on the third fret. So it looks like this. 1, 2, and then third finger there. Have them come straight down as much as you can. They're clear. The second chord is C chord. So first finger right here on the second string on your B string, first fret. Second finger on your third string down, which is E, A, D on the D string, second fret right there. And then your third finger, third fret on the fifth string on A string. So it's one right there, one right there, one right there. And then the only other chord or chord that you need is the D seventh. Don't worry about the D. And that's the B string, first fret right here. Second string, B string right here. And then your second finger goes on the third string, your G string on the second fret right there. And then your third finger goes down on the E string, second fret. So it's just one right there, one right above it, and one right below it, one fret down. And then all you do, you hit the fourth strings on this. You skip the bass, the two bass strings, E and A, and you just hit from D down. So it's just 1, 2, 3. But for me to play it and sing along, I got to use the capo. If you use the capo, and wherever you want to use it, you can move it up and down to where it suits you. Just make sure you got it spread good and wide so that it misses the strings. It just goes over top of them, then let it down. The top of it will be close to the fret. Down at the bottom on the lower or the higher strings, it'll be a little bit farther away from the fret. And just make sure it sounds clear. And then a simple strum. And you can just hit a bass string, hit the E bass, and then just go down on all of them. You can do that over and over and over, or you can hit the E down, the A down, E down, A down, E down, A down. But when you get to the D, then or D seventh, then you'll have to hit the D string down, and then the G string under it. But just however you want to do it. Let's try it like this. In 1814, we took a little trip. Kind of hard. I wish I had widescreen to show you. In 1814, we took a little trip. Go right to D7th, along with Colonel Jackson down the mighty Mississippi, right where the chords are marked. That's where you change. We took a little bacon and we took a little beans, and we caught the bloody British in the town of New Orleans. We fired our guns and the British kept coming. Wasn't quite as many as it was a while ago. Fired once more, they began to run down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. We looked down over and we seen the British come, and there must have been 100 of them beating on the drum. Stepped so high and the major bugles ring, stood beside the cotton bales and didn't say a thing. Well, we fired our guns and the British kept coming. Wasn't quite as many as it was a while ago. Fired once more and they began to run down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Old Hickory said we could take them by surprise if we didn't fire a musket till we looked them in the eye. Held our fire till we seen their faces swell. Then we opened up our squirrel guns and really gave a well. We fired our guns and the British kept coming. Wasn't quite as many as it was a while ago. Fired once more and they began to run down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. But don't be afraid just to keep messing with it. And little by little you'll get a rhythm going. But first, nail those chords just right. Every one of them clear.